Hello guys, I'm back in Sydney and I'm back with another markdown shopping video for you guys. In this video, I'll go through some tips and tricks and some rules that I stick by when I go markdown shopping, and I'll show you some real examples of markdowns and some markdowns that aren't really that good of a deal. So as you guys can see, some of the items that I've already shown you guys aren't that good of a deal. That's why I haven't purchased any. Even this pork, it says it's marked down, but I still don't think it's that cheap cost per weight if you work out the dollar value per kilo. Now, something that was a good deal, but I didn't end up purchasing is this next item here. It is the sausage mince because it tastes very processed to me. I have tried it before, but it is a good deal if you enjoy this product. You can make some homemade sausage rolls if that's what you prefer, but I like using pork mince and making up my own mixture. This coleslaw here is a good deal for $1.50 in my opinion, but I didn't need that product for that particular day, so I didn't purchase it because the markdown products I tend to use up very quickly because it's close to their best before date. If it's meat or something that's easily frozen, then I will consider it, but things like coleslaw, you've kind of got to consume it ASAP. These milks, for me personally, I don't think is a good deal. I sometimes buy flavored milk if it's in the small bottle and it's under $1, but when it's over that price, I don't think it's a good deal because one, it's not necessary. Two, I will treat it as a treat if it's cheap, not if it's at that dollar price. These breads, for example, you would expect them to be marked down a whole lot more considering the bread goes stale pretty quickly and most Woolies and Coles have their own bakery. Now, these yogurt tubs are heavily marked down if you look at the original price, but again, you might just want to consider the cost per weight. Sometimes it's not cheaper just because it has a markdown sticker. However, if it's a new product and you want to buy the smaller version to try, it's probably a good idea to pick that up when it's marked down. This coleslaw was an amazing price. It was a huge tub for $1.20, but again, I didn't need that product at the time of purchase, so I just left that there for someone else to use. They even sold little portions of pasta salad and coleslaw in the singular serve. If that was more convenient for you, if you're like an individual and not needing to feed a family, maybe that smaller markdown tub is more suitable for you. They've always got that bean salad on markdown, but I tend to never pick that up. Now, these salad mixes, if they're marked down a lot and you need lunch for the next day, I think that's a good idea. Throw that salad into a little box, add some tuna or maybe even bring along some toast, and that's lunch. They've got some roasting veggies marked down, but again, I didn't have a need for that, so I kind of left that for someone else. These cupcakes look like they're heavily marked down, or at least 40% off, but they're still super expensive, so not a real markdown in my opinion. Same with the corn, not a real markdown. These sausages, not a real markdown for me, in my opinion. Now, these continental sausages, not that great of a markdown again, but I was curious because I haven't tried that before. They've got some markdown salami, some markdown ham. The salami wasn't that cheap, but some of the ham options were a pretty good deal, although I left that for other people to grab, seeing as I'm trying to cut back on my processed meat, but it was really tempting. So as you can see, this ham here is pretty decently marked down. It's got 75% off. Have a look at the prices, guys. Some of them aren't really good discounts, some of them are, and you'll also need to consider if you're going to use the product, because you don't want to just buy things because it's a markdown sticker, because the product will end up going to waste and it will end up costing you more money. Now, there were a couple of milk options that were marked down. I didn't pick that up because I prefer full cream milk. Falafels marked down again. Now, this juice here that I'm about to show you guys was really good deal, and there were 2 bottles. I ended up picking up one and I left one there for someone else. Pre-prepared meals, I only get them when they're heavily discounted because I like to pop them in the freezer for nights where I don't want to cook and I just want to heat up a quick meal. I'm at Woolies now. There are a couple of discounts. I didn't pick any up because I didn't need it on the day I was there. If you're new to my channel, I tend to pop by my local store every single day because it's close by my gym, and I go to the gym probably about 6 days a week. Sometimes 7, but usually 6. So seeing as it's close by, I stop by and go for a little sneaky peek to see if I can get any good deals. I personally wouldn't go out of my way to drive to the shops just to look for markdowns because it's very hit and miss. Sometimes there's good deals, sometimes there isn't. I was umming and ahhing about the wonton skins, but I ended up putting them back. They were quiches and couscous salads that were marked down, not necessarily cheap, but if you're time poor and you need a quick meal, it's something that you might want to consider because it'll probably be cheaper than getting takeout. I actually saw a little chunk of ham that was heavily marked down and was a really good deal, but because I didn't have a use for it, I left it there for someone else. So I'll just show you guys up close here. It's the DeSorga ham. Originally it was $16, but it's been marked down to $3.20. Obviously, you'll either need to use that up really quickly or at least pop that in the freezer. I didn't have a use for it, so I just left that for someone else. I'm back at Coles now, and I'm going to show you guys some markdowns at the bakery. This cake was $29 marked down to $19.43. I think that's still pretty expensive. But yep, it's marked down there for everyone to see. Rock cakes, I don't know what they are actually. There was some marked down. Let me know in the comments if you had a rock cake before and let me know what it tastes like. See these pita breads, as you can see, they're not really marked down. They've got a markdown sticker, but the pricing is not reflecting the markdown. These cheeses, however, were a really good deal. I actually ended up buying one of the brie cheese and my one had truffle in it. It was so good. I would definitely be buying the brie cheese with truffle again in future when it's marked down. I believe it was $7 something, marked down to about $2.80 from memory. I'll show you guys in the grocery haul at the end when I show you what I ended up purchasing on this markdown shop. Again, this couscous salad might have been a good idea as a take to work lunch if you haven't prepared anything. There's some milk that's been marked down. I kind of left that for someone else as well because I don't like skim milk and I prefer full cream, so I generally just stick to that. I thought these soups were marked down because it was in the markdown section at my local store, but I couldn't find a sticker, so I'm assuming it wasn't marked down. There's some markdown coconut yogurt, some more markdown milk, some markdown chocolate as you guys can see here. Hey guys, today there weren't very many markdown deals today, unfortunately, but we did see a couple of sales at Woolies and we grabbed some because this is my partner's favorite yogurt. It's a bit of a treat because it's extremely high in sugar. So we grabbed some strawberry waffle, apple pie, passion fruit pavlova, and the custard tart one is for me. At Coles, I grabbed some water crackers because we got some truffle brie cheese marked down to clear. So I really wanted to try this one. So I had to get some crackers to have it with the cheese. And then my partner got these onion rings for half price as well.